Good evening. I'm so glad to be here this evening. 4 years. How fast 4 years have gone. I bring greetings from your sister fellowship, Charlotte Indian Christian Fellowship. And I want to praise God for this fellowship. And I congratulate all of you for sticking together these past 4 years. I will tell you in a minute why I said I'm not being sarcastic. Your fellowship, how many people it takes to have a fellowship? At least 2, isn't it? Look at these. Over this past 4 years, the Lord has blessed this fellowship and brought many to be part of this fellowship. I have been interacting with many fellowships and churches, and I would ask them what would their greatest concern be as a body of believers or the fellowship. And almost every one of them said the unity among us. That seems to be one of the key aspects of a fellowship, to be together. As all of you know, we all come from different backgrounds, with different tastes, with different upbringing. But this is called not just a fellowship, but it's a Christian fellowship. The term fellowship is biblical. It is not a social gathering, but it is the fellowship of believers. We all have common goals and common vision. The unity among believers or Christians does not come about because of our ethnicity or the language that we speak or the culture that we grew in or the food that we like to eat. True unity is the byproduct of our common identity. So what is my identity? Our identity is first of all in Jesus Christ. That is why you and I are called Christians, followers of Christ. That is why Paul says we are all new creation. The old things, all the old baggage that we carry, all gone. We have the mind of Christ. That is why Christ kept saying about the fellowship of believers. In fact, we read in John 17, which is called the high priestly prayer, and Jesus prayed, may they be brought to complete unity to let the world know that you sent me and have loved them even as you have loved me. So how do we bring about the togetherness? The Father's love should precede our unity with one another. Our priority is Him. Our fellowship comes first with Him and must become the foundation of our relationship with one another. Please remember that we don't have fellowship with Him without having fellowship with one another. And we were the beneficiaries of divine love, which we cannot even fathom what God's love is. Do you remember the first man, Adam, when he violated God's command? We lost the ability to love one another. And Christ came to restore that love. And we are all the recipients of His love and His grace. and we are transformed not only individually, but united as a community with shared vision to glorify the one who loved us and gave himself for us. To put away all our differences, as Paul says, with humility of mind, we ought to regard one another as more important than ourselves, and not looking out for our own personal interest, but also for the interest of others. I really pray and wish God's greatest mercy and grace be upon this fellowship, as you see his hand upon this fellowship, as you walk with him each day, not only individually, but collectively as a fellowship. May God bless you.